What's up, y'all? Shanda here, and welcome to the Healing Lifestyle Podcast. I am your host, Shanda Domango Brown, ancestral medium and a movement healer. And in this podcast, we are talking everything healing as a lifestyle, whether you're navigating entrepreneurship, parenthood, family, friendships, and just daily life. Okay. So I'm excited. I'm always excited, y'all, but I'm excited because in this episode, we are going to be talking about the process of a spiritual detox, a spiritual reset. We have been on the cusp of a new year. You know, we got the whole new year, new you type of thing. So at the end of last year, I kept feeling like I was being led to fast. Like I could feel my guides being like, my ancestors like, we need you to fast. Things are coming. We need you to fast. Now, I've never really fasted before. I've done like the fast from social media, fast from TV, that kind of thing. But I've never done like the food, watch what you intake, watch what you think about, that like really, really, I would say a really strong intentional fast. Never done it before. So I was like, I might do it. We'll see. We'll see. But then, of course, as soon as I get that intuitive message of like, hey, we need you to fast, I started seeing different, maybe it's a clip on Instagram or somebody in passing going, oh yeah, I'm thinking about fasting, or oh, I'm gonna do this fast. Then I see the church that I sometimes go to saying like, oh, we're starting a fast. We're doing the Daniel fast. So I was like, oh, you know what? That's my sign. Let me go ahead and just fast. Okay. So I went into meditation and I was asking my ancestors, like, okay, what is this about? What does this need to look like? And they were like, we just need you to set an intention. This is about cultivating discipline, showing yourself that you can do it, showing yourself that you can stick to it, especially when it comes down to your nutrition and the way you're eating. Now, I've done bodybuilding. I used to be a like hardcore personal trainer. So nutrition is something I'm familiar with, but what I'm learning is the more we heal, the more we have to even look or take a closer look at what we're eating. Not just, oh, eat your proteins and eat your grains and eat your vegetables. Like, yes, all of that is important, but really becoming so intentional with our eating. What are you eating? Where did it come from? How is it made? How is the energy put into what you were eating? Really, really, really understanding. Like I know, but to really have to take that next step of living according to what you know, whole different ball game, right? And so I knew, and my ancestors, they've been kind of like low key pressing me, but I felt like this was like the make or break right here of like, we need you to really, really look at what you're eating, the energy behind it, so you can really see how important it is. Especially doing ancestral readings, teaching guided meditation classes, really understanding that that needs to happen so that my channel is clear. So I'm like, all right, here we go. Bet what I'm gonna do. Now, I'm allergic to nuts. So my joke with my friends, I have a lot of friends that are vegan or like associates that are vegan, and I'm like, y'all, I couldn't be vegan if I wanted to. Okay. I'm allergic to tree nuts, can't do the whole like cashew cheese replacement situation. So I was like, okay, what is gonna be? Yeah, I need a little give and take. What we gonna do? So on January 5th, I started doing no sugar, no bread, no processed foods. I call it earth eating. It's very similar to the Daniel fast, but not exactly like the Daniel fast. So I don't want to call it that. So I started just in my mind going, okay, this is like earth eating. I'm eating of the earth. So fruits and vegetables. I'm still doing potatoes because that's of the earth. Potatoes or sweet potatoes, my spaghetti squash, and beans. So doing my red beans, my black beans, my lima beans, my black eyed peas. Um, really eating like that, but really still making meals out of it. Like not treating it on some like, Lord, all I got is this one carrot. I hope I survive. Like I wasn't going into it with that. Like I was like, nah, I'm gonna still make these meals because I'm teaching and I have toddlers. Life is real. I still need nourishment throughout the day. And Spirit was like, yes, that is the whole point for you to see that you can eat of the earth, that it can be a meal, and that it can be satisfying, and that it can taste good. So I think I subconsciously had this thought of, even though I've done clean eating before, but I also relied heavily on supplements and protein powders during that time. So spirit was it has really been taking me down this path of no, you can eat from the earth and still be satisfied. And y'all, listen, Linda, it has been game changing. So I've been in meditation. I got super clear on what I wanted God, what I wanted source, what I wanted the universe to show me in my life. I was like, give me some clarity around certain relationships in my life. Give me some clarity on my purpose and my calling. Like that was my intention. Just show me the clarity. I even did lit a candle for my ancestors and my guides and just some herbs as just a offering to thank them and asking them to like, y'all be with me through this time. Hold space for me. And again, just give me the clarity. Show me what I'm not seeing. Show me any confirmation. Show me any shifts, any turns that I need to take or do in this moment, right? So the best thing, I was prepping in the morning, making sure I had my meals and all the things. Now, what it has done is help me actually make sure I eat during the day because I start making lunch for the boys and breakfast. And by the time I do all of that, sometimes I'm too tired to make anything for myself. So because I know I'm like, this is a way I'm loving myself. This is a discipline. This is a this is a spiritual ritual that I'm doing for myself. And the intention is to keep it up. Now, I have 6 days left of doing like just straight earth eating, and I will add like chicken, salmon back in. But for the most part, I'm rocking and rolling with this. Okay. Now, let me tell you why. Of course, the obvious reason I saw my body coming down, and I'm like, wow. 2 weeks ago, right before I started the fast, I was like, I remember looking at myself, looking at my body in the mirror and going, and just immediately having this thought of this isn't my natural body. I don't feel like this is what I'm naturally supposed to look like. I felt bloated, I felt swollen, and so since I started the fast, I'm already like, wow, my body's coming down. I'm not starving. I'm not deprived. I'm not grouchy. I'm not angry. I still feel rested. I still feel full. I still feel satisfied. This is what I know my body is supposed to be like. I don't feel bloated. I don't feel stagnant. I have never felt so creative. Like my creativity it feels so clear. I'm also making sure that during this, I'm really watching the things. If I watch TV or even when I'm listening to music, that I'm listening to things that's inspiring me, things that's gonna uplift me, things that don't trigger me or send me down a spiral. And even if I do still get triggered, because we all human out here, I can sit with it and I know that it's coming up for a reason. Or this has been the dope thing. This is what's made me be like, let's go. Everything that I set in intention for, every single relationship that I asked for clarity on, there's been a situation where there's one I liked or didn't like. There's been a situation, having a conversation, whether it's me just observing it or it actually happening and me having to interact with it, that makes it super, in the words of my boys, super ultra mega clear on where I stand and how I need to move. Like to the point where I went to my altar and was like, y'all better show me. Y'all better let me know. And on top of that, I would have dreams. I've been having dreams of something that might happen, and then 2 days later it happens. That has never happened to me. I've been attracting more people wanting to book readings with me, more people wanting to, more people come into my classes that I teach weekly. And I know that I know that I know it's because I have been intentionally eating foods of the earth, making sure that I am making my food with this intention of healing my chakras and healing certain wounds that have been coming up for me during this time, and I can see the result of when you eat with that intention, when you eat with that energy, how it impacts your vibration like no other. I'm still doing everything else, taking my healing baths, cleansing my cells, meditating with my crystals, still doing all my thug thizzle. But this component has changed everything to where I'm like, I ain't going back. Now, don't get me wrong, if it's somebody's birthday, I might have me a little slice of cake. But I'm saying, like, on a consistency as a lifestyle, I'm like, okay, spirit, I got you. I'm locked in. Sign still delivered. Beam me up, Scotty. Here we go. I'm all in because I've seen and now I truly understand the importance of integrating every single aspect of your life in this healing way, in this way that's increasing your vibration. And when I say vibration, I mean your mind is clear, your heart is clear. There's nothing stagnant, there's nothing stuck, there's nothing harmful that you're putting in your body, that you're feeding your mind, your heart, or your spirit. When you are working it in every aspect of your life, and I don't think we're meant to do it all at the same time. I think just like how for me it was like I had to get it in other areas, and now I had to be ready to lock it in at this area. I wasn't ready before. That's why I never did it. I'm able to lock it in with ease now because I'm ready for it. And so I, y'all, every aspect, when you're ready, when you feel led to lean into a certain aspect of your life because you feel like it's time, trust me, you will get clarity. You will get your answers. You will get your solutions. You will get your confirmation. And then it's just up from there. Even when it's hard, even when you don't know what's next, even when you're living in uncertainty, it's still up from there because you're so much more equipped to deal with it. You're so much more equipped to solve it and to understand. And it makes you so much more empowered to move forward, to stand in your truth, to live authentically, and to keep choosing your healing. Even when it's hard, to keep choosing your healing. Even when you're like, what is life? What did I just get myself into? It makes it worth it, and it just gets better. Even when you feel like there's no way out, there's going to always still be this part of you that still knows that it's getting better. And so I wanted to really just share this experience because I'm like, yo, for whatever you've been diddle daddling in, whatever you've been, what my mom used to say, whatever you've been pussyfooting around in, right? Taking your time, being afraid of, procrastinating in, this is your sign. This is your sign to commit. This is your sign to choose you. This is your sign to lean into that discipline so that you can tap into your creativity, lean into that discipline so you can attract the life you want to have, so you can attract the relationships you want to have, so you can get the answers that you want to have. This is your sign to lean into you. This is your sign to step your game up. This is the sign to stop playing around and go sit down and meditate consistently and to prove to yourself that you can do it, to feel that you're worth it, and to then let it all click for you. To let it all click for you. Let it all click for you. Let it all click for you. This is your sign to lean in to what you're being called and challenged and asked to do. Because once you do that, you shift, you transform, and most importantly, thank you, Spirit, and most importantly, you will feel it. You'll feel it. And once you feel it, that's all she wrote. Once you feel it, it's a wrap. Once you feel it, there's no other way than up. Point blank, period. All right. So thank y'all so much for listening to the Healing Lifestyle Podcast. If you are looking to book an ancestral reading, any virtual ancestral movement sessions, I will put the link in the show notes where you can book with me. Stay connected on YouTube. I have some exciting ways to stay connected with me dropping in like the next 2 weeks or so. So stay connected. Shop the Apothecary on the website for your healing baths, your healing teas, your healing crystals, and all the things. I'm sending y'all so much love and so much light. Keep going, keep growing, keep healing, and I'll see y'all next time.